Alright, what's up guys? So I'm ready to assemble the valve train, so I'm going to do that real quick. I'm kind of using this extreme pressure valve train synthetic grease. These are brand new 3/8 push rods. I like to just give them like a little, a little dollop both ends. Make sure you don't lose the cat. I got tons of this stuff. I got like three or four things. Just a little dollop. And that really just helps them to break in. You know, it's not really necessary that you do that, but I kind of just like to give them a little head start. Kind of just like assembling everything with this stuff, you know, it kind of just helps in the break-in process. Brand new components, you know. What's cool about these LS motors, LT LS motors, you can just drop these push rods right in and not worry about them, you know, trying to locate on the lifter. Because the trays are designed in a way that production guys can just drop them right in. So then I also kind of just put a little dollop just right on the tip of the valve. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And I did buy the VTR training kit. I'm thinking about running it, but for right now I'm just going to assemble it just like it is. Too big of a deal. You know, I've never heard people actually wrecking those. I think it's just like a steer packet where everyone says, oh, you got to replace the bearing in the rocker. Because they're just across the bearing, and if they scatter in the valve train, that could be catastrophic. Well, it could be catastrophic, but it's really lightweight. When you run in the field, you know, not to run in the field, I don't know, 2,000 to 300,000 miles. Well, I don't know, maybe it's a steer tactic, marketing, you know, you don't want to push rod too bad, because the tip, actually, there's a chamfer on the tip, and the chamfer starts going away. And then basically becomes like a huge cutting tool. Kind of wear it in. Okay, so another thing I'm going to do real quick. Now I washed all these heads, so all these threads are really dry. So I'm just going to put a quick, squirt of oil in there, just so I don't go up the threads. Because I like to zing these in and out, you know. Get my oil to work. Cute little oiler I got. Okay, now I really need to make sure I'm on base circle while I'm rotating this. So I got my wrench to do that. Just so I don't strip one of these out. I think it's not too big of a deal. 8 exhaust. Kind of like a little trick to these. They you got to locate right on the push rod, and then pretty much just centers itself down. So that's when I really need to go base circle. 6 exhaust. Exhaust is on the left. Yeah, I'm going to need to rotate this over to base circle. I wonder how they do in the factory. Maybe they just have a couple positions. You know, when you do all cylinders. And you hate to tear up those threads, right? So. Two intake. That's another one I need to go for base circle. I guess I'll just make sure we're on base circle and try and hit the ones that don't have all the values. So that one, that was good. The other one should be on base circle. Why don't you get basic one? Here's a free. The same to the other side. 7E. Make sure you have the right one. I like to keep these separate. I like to keep these separate because they form a wear pattern. You know, so I don't want to go through and torque all these down to 20 foot-pounds. I think they call up for 22. Probably rotate them around and then check them one more time. Now these are the 3/8 push rod. So I could have some clearance issues in here. I'm going to check every hole to make sure I don't have any clearance issues between the push rod and the cylinder head, the relief for the push rod itself. I checked before and it looked like I only had maybe 80 thou, but it looked okay. So I got about 6 minutes left here on the camera. I don't know how it spins over. It's actually pretty nice. Well, it's hard to say. It sounds kind of noisy right now, but I think that's because the lifters don't have oil pressure, so they're not pumped up all the way. So it's kind of just springing back. I mean, I relieved everything. I think it's okay. Something else I wanted to check. Maybe I'll just check the torque once more. If I remember right with that. Just make sure we're on 22. Okay, so valve train's assembled. I checked all the clearances. Clearances look good. I'm going to zip on the covers and pretty much button this thing up. What's cool about these covers is that they all have, I think they're called ferrules. It's a little plastic piece that retains all these bolts. So you can be kind of violent with these and, you know, they pretty much slide in. Another thing cool about, you know, LSLT, they have a press and place gasket, so there's no more using you know, cork gaskets and everything fails and you have vacuum leaks and shit. So these are pretty sweet.
I'll have to pick up an oil cap. I don't have an oil cap. So this thing was in a fire, and the intake melted on it, and I'm sure it got the cap and all the wires and everything. So originally I brought it home. I'll have to show you guys some pictures, but I mean, it was just destroyed. Well, I opened it up and all the bearings are good. I had 5 valves on the entire motor, pretty nice. Trying to think what else I can do right now. I don't have the bolts for the intake. I guess I can set it on and see how it looks.
Pretty sweet. Does it look like a truck motor? I have to zoom out for this one, huh? Alright, so I'm going to do some work off camera and update you guys later. I still have to clean the oil pan, do that. I got to buy wires. I was thinking about just using the old spark plugs just for now to start it up in the garage. I got to do all the DI stuff, clean all that, because that's pretty burnt up. Check this out. So this is the DI pump. Like I said, it was in a fire, so you got to watch out. I got to clean all this, go over everything. That's going to be kind of a disaster. Clean all the rails. You guys are going to get a kick out of these rails. Just absolutely destroyed pretty much. But all the wiring is good. Now they say these fuel rails, you're going to run out at like 650, 700-ish. But to me, it doesn't make any sense. I think it's more of a limitation on the injector itself. And if you look, they're actually, it's almost like a conventional injector where I think I could almost decap these. And I've heard about people modifying them, but they don't specify how they modify them. Everyone's so secretive. So yeah, I'll update you guys when I get a little more done. Thanks.